G'day guys, welcome back again. Now this is a continuation from my last video where I showed you how to mix up my homemade pouring medium. So I won't be doing a pour for you in this video either. I'm going to show you how to use that pouring medium and mix it with your paints. But I will be using these paints that I've mixed up in my next video where I will be doing an experiment on silicone oil versus dimethicone. So I will keep these paints and do a pour for you on the next one. So I won't go through what I did on the last one, but I have my pouring medium here all set to go. And again, I'm going to weigh it. So here's my little chart that I use. Pouring medium 3 parts to global paint 1 part. Give your pouring medium a nice good shake before you use it. You will find you'll get a few air bubbles, so it's a good idea to make your paints and then go and do something for an hour before you need to use them. So my ratio 3 to 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 90 grams of pouring medium to 30 grams of paint. That's 80 and 90. So the paints that I'm using are these global impastos. It's quite a thick, kind of a globby paint. If you turn it upside down, it's going to take a while to drop down. So that's what I'm using. So I'm going to turn this back on. Different brands of paint have got different ratios. So I'm going to put 30 grams of paint in here to go with my pouring medium. So that's it there. That's the blue. That's just a mid blue, that one. Give it a good shake, or a good stir I should say. So don't just stir like that and be done with it. You need to go around the sides and give it a stir, and then you need to clean your stick off like that because the stick's got plain paint on it that hasn't been mixed with the pouring medium. So you need to go around like that, wipe the sides, go around again, go around, wipe the stick. So I do that like 3 or 4 times and then it's ready. So the paint leaves a tiny little mound on the surface. It's called the trace. So 1 down. Now each paint sort of has a little bit of a different consistency. I find that the cool blue is quite a thick paint, and the opposite for a magenta, I find that it's really quite a thin paint. So 90 grams again. If you want to work out what this is in ounces, just divide it by 30. So that'll be 3 ounces of pouring medium to 1 ounce of paint, which is 30 grams. There's 30 grams in an ounce, roughly. So 30 grams here again. And I like to weigh everything. I know a lot of people just eyeball it. I like to weigh. I want all my paints to be the same consistency or as close to as possible. So that's what I do. Now, if you don't want to watch me mix all these paints, feel free to fast forward. This is really a beginner's video for those people that want to learn how to do it from the very start. So if you know how to do all this, you can just skip straight to the next video. I won't mind at all because I won't know. Okay, so that one's done. So as I said, you will have some little air bubbles in your paint. So it's a good idea to let the paint sit there for a little bit. As they're sitting there, they'll thicken up just a touch, which is fine. I don't mind them thickening up just a tad. Okay, off we go again. 0 that. Make sure you're on 0. And do 90 grams. These are great, these little squirt bottles. It's a big sauce bottle, I think. It's got a good lid on it. So you can keep your pouring medium in here for a long time and use it when you're ready. So 90 grams of that, 0'd again, and in goes my black. You can just scoop it in like this. If you're using something like artist, what's it called? Artist Loft Flow Acrylics. You may want to use 2 parts of the flow acrylic to, 2 parts pouring medium to 1 part of the flow acrylic, because they're thinner than these global pouring impasto paints. And in saying that, if you're using something like Liquitex Basics in the tubes, which are a lot thicker, I would suggest you have 4 parts of the pouring medium here to 1 part of the Liquitex Basics, because they are such a much thicker paint when you've mixed them up. So I've got black, white and mid blue. Around 90 grams again, same as each, not changing anything here. 80, 85, 87, 90. So I'm going to put my light blue in now. I'm going to zero that again. These big stir sticks are really good. I buy them on eBay. I just find them easier to hold than the little ones. If you do put too much paint in, you can take your stick down and take a blob out before you've mixed it in. So if you think, oh no, I've gone over by 4 or 5 grams, you should be able to just gently scoop it out. But that one was fine. So again, stir, stir, stir. Go around the sides, clean off your stick. And always place these gloves on before you start. You might think, oh, I'll be fine, I won't get any paint on me, but we always tend to get paint on us, and I, for one, I can't go to work with paint on my hands or under my nails, so I just have to be really careful. I put gloves on as soon as I start handling the paint. Okay, last one, we're going to go with our navy blue. So I've got all shades of blue here, a dark, a mid, a light, and then I've got my black and white. So these are the same colours I used. You can pop that lid on there. These are the same colours I used for my Oceanic. Did you see Oceanic? That blue 5 flip cup pour that I did? These are the same colours. So 24, 27, I just need a little bit more. 29, I'll leave a tiny bit on the end of there. Okay, done. Okay, so that's our colours. As I said, try and put them aside and leave them now for an hour or so, just to help settle all those little air bubbles. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make up another batch of paints exactly the same as these, and then we'll do a little experiment. These will all have treadmill silicone in them, and I'll do another one exactly the same ratios, same colours, and they will all have the coconut milk hair serum in, which has got dimethicone. So we'll see what the difference is between dimethicone and silicone. Okay, so that's how I mix my paints for my flip cups. So I'll take you in for a close-up just so that you can see these ratios here. Where's my pen? I'll just write it on here. That was 90 grams to 30 grams, which is 3 ounces to 1 ounce. Okay. And I'll just zoom you in on that so that you can take a screenshot if you choose to. And you could got that for your records as well. Okay, so I'll leave you there for this one. Hope that's helped with your mixing of the paints, and I'll be back to do a pour using my homemade pouring medium and these paints that I've just mixed up. Okay, so see you for the next one. Bye for now.